The last 5 words that Dom Famularo said to me were, "Let's get your stuff going." I met him at the 2023 NAMM show. A mutual friend of ours introduced me to Dom, and I was able to thank him for the workshop that he did for the Sabian Education Network. He spoke about how muscle tension can lead to injury in drumming. And it was especially meaningful to me because he singled out the injury that I have suffered from that's changed my life.
Focal dystonia, dystonia. So do a little research on that.
Musicians' focal dystonia upended my drumming career for years until I realized this emotional context that is the underpinning for so much tension that happens in our body and our brain. Our brain-body system works together. It is ultimately one system, and the scientific research that supports this idea is becoming more and more robust and has fascinated me. And I'm excited to be bringing this research into the drumming world, standing on the shoulders of giants. I was honored to do 2 different workshops for the Sabian Education Network talking about the work that I've been doing, and I'd like to share with you how I record and analyze how stress shows up in our brain-body system. One method I use is multicam that can observe from multiple angles how stress shows up in the body, how markers indicate our emotional level affecting performance, and we can reference this against a screenshot in Logic, which allows us to see how our stress and tension patterns affect our rhythm. Biometrics is an internal way to observe how our emotional state is affecting our performance, observing brain waves, heart rate variability, blood oxygen, galvanic skin response. And it's such an exciting time to be doing this work as UCLA is developing a wearable device that can calculate our cortisol levels in real time. And the Apple augmented reality vision goggles can bring all this information into an observable environment as we perform so that later we can use empirical reflection and assess our performance, how it's being affected by our emotional state. And I'm super excited to be collaborating with Dr. Anna Dattari, a leading musicians' focal dystonia researcher at the Royal College of Music in London. She is a musician, researcher, and professor there, talking about how this emotional context affects performance, tension in the body and the brain. And both Anna and I suffered from musicians' focal dystonia. Our symptoms showed up in 2010, and since then our healing journeys have led us to bring this work into our life's work. So I'd like to thank Dom and the Sabian Education Network for offering an opportunity like this to help people who want to be wave makers, who want to make a difference in the world and bring their vision to other drummers to help them in their drumming lives and their personal lives to be better people and better drummers. Thank you for this opportunity to apply for this award.